Yeah, no, she was over her head, and frankly, she should have made the speech live, which she didn't do. She taped it, and it was not only taped, it was taped a long time ago because she had the wrong deaths. She didn't even mention the vice presidential candidate in the speech, and she gets these fawning reviews. If you gave a real review, it wouldn't be so fawning. I thought it was a very divisive speech, extremely divisive. We have
the temerity of this man to speak about a speech being divisive. The temerity, the unmitigated gall. Are you serious? Check this out. So, Donald Trump, what you hear there is him crying because Michelle Obama came at his neck. What was that? Tuesday night? No, Monday night. Yeah, Monday night at the Democratic National Convention. She went at him, cutthroat. So she hit him right where it hurt. First of all, that speech was not divisive, by the way. That's just a lie, but that's all he know how to do. So it is what it is. I mean, unfortunately, our current president has the vernacular of a third grader. Maybe not even that high. I might be giving him too much credit, but it is what it is. So anyways, he did an interview probably about 2 weeks ago with, I think it was Axios TV, and the guy was getting on him about the numbers. And he said that, he said, oh, well, these are the numbers, it is what it is. So Michelle Obama struck him back with his own words. She said, look, sir, you've had 3.5 years to prove yourself, and you have proven that you are not suitable for the job. So you need to go, because it is what it is. He ain't like that. Plus, she hit him where it really hurts. She hit him where it really hurt. She told him that he lost the popular vote by 3 million votes, which is true. And that he also, the landslide he claims is just so false. Let me tell you, he basically won 78,000 votes. He won 3 states, but collectively amongst the 3 states, it was 78,000 votes total. What kind of landslide is that? That's like the size of a small 1 stop sign, 1 traffic light town. Barely that. Get out of here. So it's so funny. But the funnier part of that is that instead of listening, going with that, he jumps on, oh, well, what do you say? She got the body count wrong on the COVID deaths. This was his focus in that. She got the body count wrong. Now, sir, you do realize this is your presidency, right? You do realize that those bodies that we're talking about are your bodies. So because she said 150,000, but it's really 170, do you really want to put a magnifying glass on that, sir? I'm just asking. Because I'll be like, yeah, 150. Yeah, 150. 150 is a good number. I'm glad. But you so hard up pressed to correct somebody, you threw your own self under the bus. And how dare you call anybody's speech divisive, sir? The temerity of you, sir. The temerity, the unmitigated gall for you to call somebody else's speech divisive. Did you not go back and listen to your inauguration speech? It's pretty divisive, sir. Your little 4th of July demonstrations you did out in front of Mount Rushmore, which, by the way, people, did y'all hear that this guy once again had the nerve to call the people where Mount Rushmore is and ask what he had to go about doing to have his face added to this memorial? Mount Rushmore. These are facts. Look it up. It's unbelievable, man. It is unbelievable. So the other big issue is them trying to break down the postal service in order to hinder our votes. Try to lock up the mail-in system because they don't want mail-in voting, because they know that if mail-in voting happened, the Republicans are just in trouble. It just is what it is. And they don't want that. He don't want that. He don't want to lose. He does not want to lose, so he's going to do whatever he can. So they've been doing other kind of things to suppress the vote. But the new thing is to try to block the mail. But what they didn't calculate in this is that it was going to affect a lot of very important people, make a lot of people angry. So first thing to happen is the vets. Our military vets in this country who go to the VA, a lot of people who go to the VA, they have their medications mailed to their homes. And what would normally take 2 to 3 days for them to get is now taking 3 to 4 weeks. That's ridiculous. People need their medications. I mean, blood pressure, diabetes, and things of that nature. Like, they can't be sitting around wondering where their medication is. They need that. Another thing was hurting, what he always claimed he championed, small businesses are hurting because of the mailing system. It's really bad. And what they basically did was they went in, they removed all these mailboxes from certain neighborhoods, and they also went into a lot of the major hubs in this country, and they started taking these big sorting machines offline. Now, a lot of these sorting machines cook up to 200,000 pieces of mail a day. That's a pretty hefty number. So they was trying to block all that. But I saw a clip earlier today where these people went to that man's house in D.C. They went to his apartment building. They was out there with pots and pans, and they was cutting up. He didn't like it, so of course they came out yesterday and moonwalked away from that. But it's just really sad because Donald Trump really tries to paint this narrative about voter fraud, but that's just not a real thing. His own administration investigated because he was so upset about the popular vote being not in his way that he formed the whole council to go and investigate because he claims that illegal aliens are voting. So they investigated all, and it was all real. It was all real. But he still wants to push that narrative now because he feels like he has no chance to win if mail-in voting is out. He's scared of that. And honestly, if you do your Googles and check, from 1980 to now, I'm talking about 40 years, the amount of any type of voter fraud that has happened has been 0.06%, not even 1%, not even 1%. And then if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, that government, in North Carolina, Republican, I think senator that was running for office in North Carolina, he got caught in the 2018 election harvesting ballots. Yeah. It's always the cheater. See, one thing about life, man, like, if you do something, you feel like anybody would do it. It's just like if you a liar, you're going to swear everybody's a liar. If you're a cheater, you're going to feel, because you feel like, man, these people ain't better than me. So if I'm doing it, why wouldn't they? But I got the power to block it. But is he's blocking something that's not even true? And see, y'all got to understand, man, our votes are very important. Even if you don't vote in the presidential vote, you have to vote in lower office because it really, really makes a difference in your life. A lot of stuff that happens in Washington, D.C., it may hit you in a down the road somewhere, maybe in an upper level that's really not going to. But the things that affect your life is your local government. You have to go out and vote to make change. I'll tell you a big thing that just happened recently. In New York, the new Attorney General, Letitia James, she's a black woman. This woman got voted in, these people voted for, and guess what? She has went in there and single-handedly dismantled the NRA. These folks are scared. This lady is not playing, and can't nobody stop her. Nobody can stop her. And she has on her agenda, old Donald Trump, he's in her crosshairs too. See, let me tell you something, people. When all that Bob Mueller stuff was going on with the Russia investigation and all that, I always told people that Bob Mueller thing, it's just going to make him look bad, but it's not going to get him impeached. It's not going to take him out of there. It won't even take him to jail. But I said he needs to watch out for the Southern District of New York. The Southern District of New York don't play. And that's where, he did most of his crimes in New York City. So he knows this too. So what did he do? They tried to go and fire the Attorney General from the Southern District of New York. But what they did not know is that is a lifetime appointed position. So guess what? If you decide to leave, you get to pick your successor. So guess what he did? His assistant, he bumped up, said, man, I don't want her to get that seat. So it's still all the same. So now they can't do nothing. It's like he's trying to get himself out of these holes by any means necessary, but it's not. It's not that. But what I want my people to know, everybody out here, you have to go vote. These people do everything they can to keep us disaffected, disenfranchised, and feeling like our vote won't count. But it does. And that's where you get power. This is where you get power. And let me tell you something else, man. You know, everybody out here getting down on Kamala Harris, man. You know, like I said, it is what it is. She was a district attorney. But see, this is the thing, man. We cannot say that we want to have people at the table of power, but then criticize them when they get there and do their job.